Hi everyone, I am Nalini here. Today we're going to look at interpreting graphic information. Right, question 1. Report writing is more known as interpreting graphic information or IGI. This MUET writing test is to assess candidates on their ability to transfer information from non-linear source to linear text. Secondly, to analyze and synthesize graphic information which may come from few forms such as line graph, bar graph, pie chart, table, or diagram illustrating process. And candidates were to write a report between 150 to 200 words only. Do not exceed the number of word counts. Well, now let's focus on ways to write the report. Remember, when you want to write the report, you need to follow the structure of it. Firstly, you need to have a title. For the title, you can just extract information from the questions given or take the titles from the visuals given. Next is the introduction. Unlike the introduction for extended writing, the introduction of report writing need to be in one sentence only. You need to start with Figure 1 shows, write the title of Figure 1 and then continue by using the linkers while Table 1 and just write the title of the second stimulus. That's it. As for the overview, link the most outstanding idea that links all stimuli. Make sure start the overview with the word or phrases in generally, overall, or generally. And overview is also in one sentence. Introduction and overview can be written in one paragraph. For the next paragraphs, you need to write your analysis and synthesis. Analysis consists of key features, trend, data, and time frame. Remember, the source of reference in the analysis also must be correct, or else it will lead to distortion. Synthesis. Synthesis is to link ideas from different stimuli by using the linkers. And finally, would be the conclusion. Conclusion is rephrasing the overview. But remember, when you're writing your conclusion, you must start with in conclusion or in sum or overall and include the information or title information on second figure, influenced, affected or corresponds to, and information from the first figure. Now, let's take a look at sample question 1. Okay, the question given here is, you are advised to spend about 40 minutes on this task. Study the visuals given on the choice of accommodation by travelers in 2017 and 2019 and the features of accommodation in 2019. Write a report using only the information provided in the two visuals. In your report, you are to link the information presented in Figure 1 and Table 1. You should write between 150 and 200 words. Now, please underline the word choice of accommodation by travelers in 2017 and 2019 and also the features of accommodation in 2019. You also need to highlight the information given there is link the information presented in Figure 1 and Table 1. This is for your synthesis, remember that. And also write between 150 and 200 words because you can't exceed the number of words here. The title given here in Figure 1 is Choice of Accommodation by Travelers in 2017 and 2019. The key feature would be hotel, service apartment, homestay, dormitory. As for the data, the number of travelers given are the data. The trend word would be, we can look at it as static trend or movement trend. I missed out here to write the movement trend, which is increase and decrease. You can still use increase and decrease here. Okay. As for the static trend, here are the highest, the least, the most, more than, higher than, lower than, and less than. As for the time frame given are the years 2017 and 2019. Remember, the source of reference here is the number of travelers. Remember, if you do not write the number of travelers, then it will lead to distortion here. As for the second stimulus given is the table 1 here. Features of accommodation in 2019. Remember just now, in first figure, the time frame given was 2017 and 2019. Whereas in table 1 here is only focusing in year 2019. So when you are writing your overview, please be careful there because you can't incorporate 2017 and 2019 with table 1. Alright. Now, as for the key features here again are the features here of the accommodation as well as the accommodation itself. Hotel, service apartment, homestay, and dormitory. Value for money, in-room dining, laundry, cooking facilities, and private parking. As for the data, the features given also come as data. How many data is given there? For hotel, you can see that 2 features. Service apartment, 5. Homestay, 4. Dormitory, 2. As for the trend word, is the most, the least, more than, and less than. Okay, remember, you need to write 150 to 200 words. Okay, now let's look at the word counts here. Words that counted as one word here are Figure 1, Table 1. Phrases or words which uses the quotation marks are considered as one word. For example, service apartment, open and close, inverted commas, cooking facilities, also the same thing, value for money, laundry facilities, private parking, and in-room dining here. The words that counted as 2 here, in-room dining, in-room is being hyphen. So in-room is considered as one word and dining is 1. Private parking, service apartment, laundry facilities, and cooking facilities. So remember, when hyphens are used to join 2 words or parts of words together, it is considered as one word. For example, in room just now. So these are the sample answers for the question that we have just looked at. Okay, the title given here, Choice of Accommodation by Travelers in 2017 and 2019, and Features of Accommodation in 2019. So you just need to extract directly from the Figure 1 and Table 1 and write it out as your title. As for your introduction, start with Figure 1, shows the choice of accommodation by travelers in 2017 and 2019, while the linker being used here is the while. Table 1 depicts the features of accommodation in 2019. Remember to mention the time frame of both visuals. If you were to mention only one of it, then it is not an introduction. Okay? Now, for overview, generally, starting with the word generally, the features of the different types of accommodation, that is from Table 1, influenced the traveler's choice in 2019. So which means that Table 1, the features influence the traveler's choice. So it is an overview. So please take note of the year here, because in Figure 1, The year mentioned earlier was 2017 and 2019, while in Table 1 is only 2019. So if the candidate here include year 2017 in the the second sentence, then it would have been inaccurate because we can only focus on year 2019 as 2017 there's no features mentioned. Now let's take a look at the analysis here. Okay, look at the first sentence. The number of travelers choosing dormitories remained unchanged at 24,000 in both years. So there's one analysis here because you can look at the number of travelers is the source of reference. It's referring to the number of travelers. And then dormitories would be the key feature. Remain unchanged is the trend. 24,000 would be the data. Both years here refers to 2017 and 2019. So we have a complete analysis here. Next sentence. In 2017, the least number of travelers, 10,000, stayed in homestays, while the highest number, 60,000, chose hotels, and fewer travelers stayed in dormitories, 24,000, than in service apartments. So here we have three analyses because if you were to break down the sentence, you can see that in 2017 until homestay is one sentence. You have the key feature that would be the homestay, trend, the least, time frame 2017, data 10,000, number of travelers would be the source of reference. Okay, so that is one analysis. While is the linker, the highest would be the trend, number again would be the source of reference, 60,000 is the data, and hotels would be the key feature. So it is a complete analysis again. And the last one would be fewer travelers stayed in dormitories, 24,000, than in service apartments. So fewer here is the trend. Travelers again, remember the first part of the sentence there is number, so it's again the source of reference there. Dormitories would be the key feature. 24,000 would be the data. Then in service apartments, comparing with service apartment here, so it is another analysis. So there are three analyses here. So the source of reference is the number of travelers. If it is written as hotel has the highest number of travelers, the reference will be the hotel instead of the number. So it will become wrong source of reference. It can be distortion or it can be inaccurate. So be careful when you are writing your source of reference here. Okay, now the synthesis. Synthesis will only be a synthesis if you link informations or details from two different visuals. Look at the first one. Although hotels and dormitories had the same number of features, in bracket 2, more travelers preferred hotels 47,000 to dormitories 24,000 in 2019. So if you look at the first part there, although would be the linker here, and hotel and dormitories, they are actually having two key features there, had the same number of features, same would be the trend, number of features would be the source of reference, 2 would be the data. So that is one analysis here. More travelers, again that would be the source of reference as well as the trend because it's more, right? Okay, preferred hotels, 47,000. Hotel will be the key feature. 47,000 is the data for the hotels. Two dormitories. Dormitories would be the key feature. 24,000 would be the data. So it's making a comparison between hotel and dormitories here, which means that hotel has more and dormitory has less. And the time frame is only focusing in year 2019. So we have two analyses from different visuals linked by the conjunction although. So there is one synthesis. Next sentence here is, the most number of travelers, 65,000, stayed in service apartments in 2019 as they had the most features, 5. So you can have two analyses, because if you were to break down the sentence, there are two sentences there. The first sentence, the most, that would be the trend. Number of travelers is a source of reference. 65,000 is the data. Service apartment would be the key feature. 2019 is again the time frame. So remember, that is one sentence and one analysis is a complete analysis. S is the linker, linking information from the first visual to the second visual. They had the most features. They refer to the service apartment. Had the most. The most would be the trend. Features would be the source of reference. And the 5 would be the data there. So it is another analysis. So analysis and another analysis, that would be a synthesis. Okay, finally would be the conclusion, the last paragraph, and conclusion is also in one sentence. So we can look at the conclusion here. The conclusion is just a rephrase of the overview given. In conclusion, starts with in conclusion, yeah. The traveler's choice of accommodation in 2019 was influenced by the features of the different accommodation that year. So here, traveler's choice of accommodation was influenced, that's the linker, by the features. So it is a complete conclusion because the time frame focused only for year 2019. So you have to remember, if the candidate include 2017, or if you include 2017, then it would be inaccurate. Alright, that's the end of our lesson today. So good luck for your exam and do the best. Thank you and see you again.